Okay, it's beer o'clock on Real Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Dr. Brew in Poland, and it's a bottle of their Cascade IPA. This beer is coming in at 5.6% ABV, it's 56 IBUs. And of course, it's been brewed with Cascade hop, the American hop. Nice bit of smoke on the opening, beer in the glass. Nice clarity to this beer. It is bottle conditioned, as you can probably see there. So I'll leave some of that in the bottle. I'll show you later on in the glass. I'll pour some out, but you can see little bits of sediment there floating around in the glass. It's a 3-finger, slightly off my head, nice levels of carbonation. Let's get the aroma. Wow, 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 wow. And Cascade, I remember when I first started reviewing beer, was one of my favourite hops. It was one of the first hops that I really got to grips with. It was probably, even in America, it was probably one of the first kind of American hops that made it worldwide, that everybody started using. And I still have a fond taste for the Cascade hop. It's got a slightly marmalade-y kind of grapefruity tone going on. You can smell a nice level of spiciness in the beer. It just smells great. I'm going to dive in. Cheers. Yeah, a little bit of sherbet. A little bit of kind of a sherbet lemon thing going on with the taste. It's nice and bitter on the back end. It's very dry. It's a very dry beer. And I think that's the level of the hops that they've used. The actual, getting it up to 56 IBUs, they've used quite a lot of this Cascade hop. And as a result, it's kind of dried the beer a little bit on the back end. And I like that. It gives a spicy, dry, very clean, clinical finish to the beer. It's a little bit peppery, but yeah, I like that. Slightly kind of, it's very small, but it's a very kind of, it's a tart fruit. It's a little bit tart, but then that really peels off now into being a big kind of grapefruity, lemony, slightly orangey, orange peel, a little bit of blood orange in there. Nice spiciness, nice dryness, nice levels of carbonation. The malt's nice and sweet, but then it's that lovely bitterness on the back end that really kind of pulls the beer from being nice and sweet up front to being nice and bitter on the back end. It's a very good beer, a very well put together beer, and I'm a big fan of Dr. Brew. I was out in Poland a couple of months ago and I visited this stand, and it was a great experience. I was there for about 3 or 4 days this time at this festival. I was one of the last men standing from the bloggers that went to the festival. But it meant on the last day, even though some of the beers that had run dry, I had a little bit more time with the brewers to have a chat and to have something to eat with them and kind of just hang around. You know what it's like if you've been to a beer festival, if you're a blogger yourself or if you're just generally interested in beer. The last day of the beer festival is a little bit more relaxed, there's less people there, and you can just chill out a little bit. But going back to this Cascade IPA, yeah, it's lovely. Lovely little bit of lemon in there. A little bit of lemon, fleshy kind of bitter lemon. A little bit of kind of that lemon peel in there. Grapefruity, nice and sweet. Let's rate it. First of all, I want to show you what the beer looks like with the sediment poured in. Just to give you guys a taste of what a bottle conditioned beer looks like. So the beer is bottle conditioned. This is a natural fermentation process. It's what carbonates the beer naturally. If you want to Google it and have a little bit more of a read up, it's called the second fermentation process. Right. Rating. Well, look at the beer. Look at that. Looks nice in the glass. Nice head. Nice carbonation. Nice malty taste. A fantastic kind of dry, hoppy finish. Nice kind of bitterness on the back end. I give this an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews and cheers.